Om Shanti, English avyakt versions, 18th of January 1973. Have you become the ones who stay in their stage of self respect, the spinners of the discus of self realization, and humble, the same as Bapdada? The more you become similar to Bapdada in the inculcation of these special aspects, the closer you bring the time. How much time is left in order to recognize the time? To have the recognition of this is to have a similar stage in your dharana. Now tell Baba how close the time is. If you are closing to being similar, if you are close to being similar, then you are also close to the time. Within this program, you have been given time to recognize your own self and to recognize the time through your own self. In this special month, you have to place two special things in front of you as being of special importance. What are these two things? One is love, and the other is to be absorbed in love. In your actions, words, connections, and relations, there has to be love, and in your stage, you have to be absorbed in love. The lovelier someone is, the more absorbed in love that one can be. People have called this stage of being absorbed in love the same of the stage of actually merging. They have simply caught hold of the expression being merged and excluded in the love of the Father. So, in this month, you have to imbibe both these special virtues and become similar to Bapdada. The main speciality of Bapdada, which made all of you special, which made you forget everything else and made you soul conscious, is this love and being absorbed in this love. In 1 second, love made you aware of everything that you had forgotten over 5,000 years. It brought you into all relationships with the One and made you into a complete renunciate. Since with just one specialty, Baba made you belong to him in 1 second. Have all of you also imbibed this one specialty and become similar to the Father? Since you never saw this specialty as a percentage in Sakar Baba, you only saw him as being perfect in this. So too, you special souls, the souls who became similar to the Father, should also be perfect in this. There should not be a percentage in this man specialty. You have to become perfect because it is through this that you will be able to open up the fortune and luck of other souls. What is the key to the lock of what is the key to the lock on luck? Love. Love is the key to the lock. This is the master key which can make any unfortunate soul into a fortunate soul. Have you experienced this? The more love you develop for Babdada, the more the lock on the intellect opens. If there is less love, then the luck is also less. So, do you have the key to open the lock on the luck of all souls? You do not sometimes lose this key, do you? Or does Maya, in her different forms and colors, steal this key from you? Maya also has her vision on this key. Therefore, constantly keep this key with you. There is love for many things. If you have love for other things, then love for the Father becomes a percentage. If there is a feeling of ownership with your own body or with any of your belongings, then understand that there is a percentage in your love. To finish, this consciousness of mind means to become similar to the Father. Where there is the consciousness of mind, Babdada is not constantly with you. Those who have love to a percentage can never become perfect. Those with a percentage, that is, those with a defect, can never become perfect. Therefore, in this year, finish the percentage and become perfect. Then this year will bring about the shower of destruction. You are being given 1 year so that you then do not complain that you did not know. 1 year is instrumental to create an elevated reward for many years. Become a checker and check your own self. Make yourself perfect in this one main aspect, and then all the different types of defects will automatically finish. So this effort is easy, is it not? If you remain absorbed in the love of the Father, then you are easily able to make others similar to the self and similar to the Father. So this year you have to continue to move along whilst considering this year to be the year to become similar to the Father. So according to the drama, Bap Dada is also instrumental to give such children the blessing of the Tattvam, you are the same. The specialty of this year is to become similar to the Father and bring the time close. You have to bring about the specialty of the time within yourself. Acha, to such children who are similar to the Father, those who are constantly lovingly and remain absorbed in love, to the ones who are humble and constantly engaged in the task of construction, to those who bring about the specialty of the time within themselves, to the souls who constantly remain stabilized in their elevated stage of self respect, to the elevated and equal souls, Babdada's love and remembrance. Personal group meetings with Babdada on 10th January 1994. Group first. To attain the practical instant fruit is the greatest specialty of the confluence age. Do you consider yourselves to be the Brahmin souls of the confluence age? You know the praise of the confluence age very well, do you not? What is the greatest specialty of the confluence age? Only at the confluence age does the meeting of the children with the Father, the souls with the Supreme Soul, takes place. At this time, at the confluence age, the meeting between the Father and the children takes place, which people have then portrayed as the meeting of rivers. So, what have they copied? They have copied your meeting at this time, have they not? What other speciality does the confluence age have, which no other age has? The best specialty of all is that it is only at the confluence age that you receive the practical instant fruit. In Satyug, you receive the fruit of actions performed at the confluence age, whereas here you receive the inheritance as soon as you belong to the Father. Together with that, as soon as you do service, you also experience happiness. Whatever service you do, whatever actions you perform in remembrance, you continue to experience the practical fruit of those actions. If you are performing actions and doing service and yet are not able to experience the practical instant fruit of that, then check, why am I not receiving the fruit? If there are any selfish motives in the actions you perform or in the service you do, there will not be any practical instant fruit. However, when you perform actions in a yogyukta stage or do service in a yogyukta way, then you definitely have the experience of supersensuous joy and of being double light and also one or another of the Father's virtues. So you are those who eat the practical instant fruit, are you not? Do you eat this? What would be the experience of those who eat the practical instant fruit? Their mind and intellect would always be healthy. If you are weak, then understand that you are not eating fresh, nourishing fruit. Why do people eat fresh fruit? They eat it for their health. Similarly, for the soul, it is this practical instant fruit that keeps it healthy. This is why you have the slogan, ever healthy, ever wealthy, and ever happy. You are also ever wealthy, are you not? How many treasures have you received? The treasures of knowledge, the treasures of power, the treasures of virtues, the treasure of time. You have all these treasures, do you not? Or do you have some and not others? You have so many treasures that you also give to others. You are the great donors, are you not? Do you give every day or only sometimes? You are constantly great donors, whether you give through your thoughts, through your words, or even through your connections and relations. You must definitely give. This is definite, is it not? Or will you only give when you have an opportunity to do so? What do you think? You are constant donors, are you not? You are those who follow the Father, are you not? It is easy to follow the one you love. So, how much love do you have for the Father? Unlimited? The treasures are unlimited and service is also unlimited. It is unlimited, is it not? There are no limits, are there? There are no limits, are there? Let there constantly be untoxic Let there constantly be unlimited happiness, unlimited intoxication, and unlimited attainment. What newness will be? What newness will the double foreigners bring? We will claim the first number in our effort. You will claim the first number, but what will you do? At your own places, wherever you have come from, at your service places in your own country, make the atmosphere so powerful that everyone remains unshakable, so that no one comes into any type of fluctuation. Can you do this? This year, not a single Brahmin should fluctuate at all. Create such an atmosphere. This is what Baba will see in this year. Of course, you yourself have to become free from obstacles, but you also have to make others this. Do you have this courage? Second group, if you wish to become an angel, finish the burden of the consciousness of mind and be loved by all. Do you constantly experience yourself to be double light, that is, an angelic soul? To be double light means that the soul is light and the angelic form of the soul is that of light. Even whilst performing actions, perform them in the angelic stage. Are all of you angels or are you householders? You do not have any burden of your children. Do you? Have you given all your burdens to the Father, or do you still consider some things to be yours? It isn't that you say, there are many grandchildren, the house is mine, but I belong to Baba. You are the true emperors who do not have even a shell. You do not have even one shell, and yet you are emperors. Do you consider yourself to be this? Since even the body does not belong to me, then the companions of the body, the possessions of the body, and the bodily relations, the body, mind, and wealth all belongs to you. It is not that the mind belongs to you and the wealth belongs to me, is it? You do have yoga, but you also have to keep some money. There should not be the slightest consciousness of mind. The consciousness of mind is a burden, and a burden brings you down. It does not allow you to become an angel. If there is any consciousness of mind, that is, any feeling of my sanskars, my nature, my feelings, then there is a burden, and those with a burden cannot fly. They cannot become angels. So, are you angels, or is there one or another burden still remaining? Have you kept something hidden away for a time when you might need it? By saying mine, mine all the time, you had become dirty, and now, whilst saying it all belongs to you, you have become clean. To be an angel means there should not be the slightest trace of the consciousness of mind. If there is any awareness of mind, even in thoughts, then understand that you have become dirty. When anything accumulates dirt on itself, then it creates a burden. So too, the consciousness of mind means dirtiness. You are angels, and you do not have any connection with the old world. You have a connection for the sake of service, but you have no relations. You come into connection with others for the sake of service. You are not doing service as householders, but you are serving as servers. Are you such servers? Do you consider that place to be a service place or your home? Do you constantly move along according to the disciplines of the service place or as householders? The discipline of considering it to be a service place is to be detached and loved by the Father. There should not be the slightest influence of the consciousness of mind. There may be the fire there, but you should not feel the heat of it, because you have all the facilities. If firemen were to burn themselves, people would laugh at them. Similarly, if there is the fire of the circumstances in the atmosphere, that should not influence you. That is, you should not feel any pressure from them. It should not be that you are fine when there are no such circumstances, but that when any such circumstances does arise, you feel the heat of it. You are such angels, are you not? Angels are loved so much. If people see an angel even in their dreams, they become so happy. An angelic life means a constantly loving life. Baba is the most loved of all, and so the children are also always loved the most by all. Not just to be loved by your children and grandchildren, not just loved by the limited, but Loved by the unlimited. All souls are part of your family. It is not just a family of 10 or 12. How big is your family? Unlimited. So you are loved by all. No matter what type of soul someone is, you love them all. It is not that you only love those who love you. You have love for everyone. It is not that you do not have love for those who argue or say something to you. No, you have love for everyone. All of you insulted the Father so much from the Copper Age onwards. But even then, did the Father love you or have dislike for you? He still loved you, did he not? Follow the Father in the same way. No matter what other souls are like, your vision and your feelings should be of love. This is known as having love for all. It should not be that you have love for 12 and not for one. You should have love for all. Is it like this? Or do you sometimes feel something negative for certain souls? When others insult you or dislike you, do you feel love for them or dislike? No, they are souls under another influence. To have love for all means to be an angel. If you have love only for some, then you are not an angel. Now think about it and tell Baba who you are. What would the mothers say? The mother in law is very bad. The sister in law is very bad. No, you should have love for all. There should not be any other feeling for anyone. No matter what they say, your feelings should always be pure. This one should also benefit. To have feelings of benevolence for everyone is known as being an angel. The destination is high or is it easy? So do you also have such an elevated stage? Because if you are not angels, how can you become deities? You will go into the deity world, but you will not be able to claim that status. You will be called the deity, but what status will you have if from the same college one student becomes something important like an engineer or a doctor and another one becomes a shoe cleaner? Would it seem right? Of course, you will go into Satyug, but you also have to think about what status you will claim. Do you wish to claim high status or are you content with whatever you receive? The means to claim a the means to claim a high status is to become an angel. So you understood the definition of an angel, did you not? All of you now belongs to the Father. To belong to the Father means to become like the Father, just as Brahma Baba become an angel. Follow the Father in the same way.